I've got a mouthful for you guys, and yes, I got scammed. Not only did I get scammed once, I got scammed twice. But that's going to be another video for the second scam. This scam was actually more significant, and the reason why is because I ended up depositing a fraudulent check. Now, just for your guys' information, depositing a fraudulent check is illegal. It is no bueno, no good. Go back to jail, do not collect 200, all that crap. There is some serious legal issues that can happen if you are caught with depositing a fraudulent check. That meaning it's a fake check that looks like the real deal that you go and you deposit at a bank and immediately withdraw the funds prior to it processing and all that. So, crazy stuff. So, I applied for a cool little fun second job as a secret shopper. I thought it'd be kind of cool to like go in, buy products, get some services, do some feedback, because you know I'm in the customer service industry, so I know that it's important to have your clients and your customers' feedback, because that helps you with the growth of your business and changes that need to be applied that you know further help them out. So I apply online randomly, and I don't hear back. I actually forgot about the application because I just been so busy. And about a week ago, I received a text message at like 7 o'clock in the morning stating this is such and such with such and such secret shoppers program. Your application has been successfully, whatever the word is, and look forward to a package that will have instructions in it that will be in the mail. So I'm going, cool. So a few days later, I go to my mailbox, and this is what I pick up. A nice little priority shipping mail. That is some pretty legit everything with the scans, the address, which I'm not going to mention the person's name just in case it is someone else's information. I'm not sure. Well, we'll get to that. So next, anyway, so inside the envelope, first thing I pull out is this awesome instruction sheet. And it has all this amazing stuff that tells you, it says a welcome introduction thing, detailed instructions. And then all of a sudden I realize, wait a minute, there's a check of $2,250 on here. And it says, hey, $200 go to me for my first task that I'm going to do. So I'm going, okay, interesting. The other $2,550 is going to be used towards products and things that I will be purchasing, as they put in their words, because you have to have money in order to be able to do this job. Should have seen the red flag right then and there. So anyways, so I go and I look inside this lovely envelope, and inside the lovely envelope, there is a check for $2,250. And I'm going, wow, this is really bizarre. Who sends a check like this? And I was like, these guys must be really, really trustworthy of me to cash a check or deposit check, whatever it is. But in here, they make it sound so legit that your first instruction as far as the check goes is that you receive the envelope. And so I texted the number, I received the envelope, that first task received. Great. And then the next part they tell you is that you are to go to your nearest bank and deposit the check. And then you respond to the number that has been provided with each step that you have deposited the check with your first and last name stated at the end. So that way they know that it is you. And then of course then there's a third step where you go to your bank account and see if the funds are available. Cool, of course. And then there's another step that says that you are required to text them to let them know that your funds are available. And that way, on their end, once they know that the funds are available, they will release from their bank the funds to your bank. I mean, if you're not paying attention, this is pretty legit. It's pretty amazing because you know what? I'm a smart fucking individual, and apparently this got me. I was looking for a cool job, so who would have ever thought? So, anyways, long story short, short story long. I deposit the check in the evening and figured, well, most banks take 24 hours to 2 business days to process a check. You're given a certain amount to be able to spend. Gut instinct continued to tell me there's something off about this and you should just use your patience. And that's what I did. So I went to work the next day, received a text message in the morning asking if I had funds available, which that was another red flag to me. By then I was starting to feel something's weird about this. And then I instructed, yes, I saw that the check was deposited and that awaiting funds. And then the text messages from this individual seemed like they were like a little bit rushy. Like, when are you ready to do your task? And, when the funds are available, you keep $200 and you withdraw $2,050, which I was like, wow, what task do they have that they want me to do that involves that much money to go and spend? And then later on, it got too pushy to a point where I said, look, I'm not sure if I applied for the right job. And I said, if this is going to interfere with my normal job, I have no problem with taking the funds and returning them back to you. Me thinking this is a legitimate business. And then later, after I was off of work, I received a text message saying, when you go to the bank, again, withdraw the funds and all this stuff, and go to your nearest Walmart and text me when you get there. And that's when I was like, something's wrong here. So, and the name of the company, which I don't know if this company knows it, and I'm not going to mention the name of their company. If you're interested, you can just comment to let me know, and I can privately EM you. But I don't think these people know, because I looked them up, because I was like, this is too good to be true, and I did look them up to see if this was a professional company, and I looked them up, and they are a professional company. They've been around since the year 2000. They are all over the world. So this individual has taken a lot of time to create an instruction paper and all that. So I go to my bank, I get her withdrawal deposit slip and everything like that, and I go to the bank teller, and she goes to the back immediately, and I thought, aha. She comes back and she says, your funds are not available, the check is on hold. And I thought, okay, oh crap. But she was weird. She gave me this look like I was a criminal, or she was terrified that I was going to do something to her. So I was like, okay. I sat down, I texted this individual, and I said, hey, funds are not available. I get a response with, you told me funds were available. So I knew right then and there, okay, this is. So I asked the lady, I said, look, I got hired by this company as a secret shopper, and I'm supposed to withdraw funds. And she was all like, oh, I think this is a fraudulent thing. This happens a lot. Let me get you to the manager. So, anyways, we're going to end it on that note because I have issues with, anyway, so, the biggest thing that I want you guys to get out of this, and I'm going to say this very, 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 very seriously, is if you receive something in the mail in regards to a job or anything like that, and you get a check immediately, that is #1 grounds for check fraud. You have to go to an employer and fill out certain paperwork as far as taxes go and everything like that. People don't just send a check to you and say, go deposit this, and then you can go use it. There are certain standards, and I'm sorry that I didn't catch myself, and you know what? We all get duped, and I got duped. #2 is if you would have withdrawn the funds prior to that check going through and all that, that's grounds for you losing your bank account, legal issues, possibly, police involvement and all that stuff. So, in the future, for any of you guys that this happens, if you receive something in the mail, the best thing to do is go to your local police station, give them the information, give the police the phone number or whatever, because they'll do their thing to investigate all of that. Also, the other thing that I'm going to do myself personally is contact this company and find out if they know that someone is actually using their company for fraudulent work. So, if you've already deposited or you've done something, you've taken whatever steps, call the police and make a report, because this person already apparently has your phone number and they have your address, because this went to my address and I received text messages. The other thing too that I did on my own, I texted the person and I said, look, I'm here with the police department. We're currently filing a report in regards to you mailing me a fraudulent check. Any further communication will be used against you as far as there is proceedings to documentation for this act. And that stopped these guys dead in their tracks, because I haven't heard back from them since. But you gotta protect yourself. That's the most important thing, is you have to protect yourself. You have to understand that if it is too good to be true, it is really true. There are specific ways of landing a job and certain paperwork that you have to fill out that, help you with getting your money and all that set up. It's not as simple as getting something in the mail, following certain instructions and all that stuff. So, I hope that was helpful. I've got some work to do. I learned my lesson, and all that good stuff. And all I gotta say is thank God that I did not pull the funds. But I was smart. I knew something was up with it. Even though I got tricked, I still knew something was weird about it. So, and then yeah, stay tuned for the other video, because I think it's very important when it comes to purchasing a car, having some good ideas as far as what to look out for and looking out for scam artists. So, topic for this week is scam artists. Fuck yo couch, pieces of shit with a dirty pair of boots. Peace. I touch lives one video at a time. Look up because you might see something. Don't forget to take action. Something happens to you when it comes to bank, legal, or whatever. Take immediate action, because the faster you act, the more protection you provide for you. And practice what you preach. Peace!